Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
This episode is brought to you by Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th, only on Hulu and Disney+. Rated TV MALV. Viewer discretion advised. Maya Lopez has betrayed her mentor, the notorious Kingpin. Now on the run, she returns to her hometown to prepare for the biggest fight of her life. Don't miss Marvel Studios' hardest-hitting series yet. An epic 5-episode event. Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th, only on Hulu and Disney+.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody happy hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
Oh, excuse me. This is Caroline.
You got your lawnmower on?
I just, using my lawnmower for a little bit. No big deal. Nothing to see here.
Y'all, this is Quickie Tuesday.
Quickie Tuesday.
We got some good news. Bloodies, we are so glad that you guys have been tuning in to our double episodes. Is that what it's called?
I
Two
guess.
times a week
Two
episode.
times a week. You're getting us 2 times a week. And it's
Two
great.
times a
We know
week.
you love it.
We hope that you're enjoying it. If you're a first-time listener, find us on all the platforms.
All of them. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Not TikTok, but maybe.
Maybe. Also, push that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And tune in to enjoy some news right now. I got it, Caroline, but first, who is supporting this podcast today?
That would be Manscaped.
Let's go, Manscaped.
Manscaped. Have you heard of Manscaped? Because if you haven't, we're going to tell you a little bit about it. They have recently launched this performance package, which is what you see if you're watching us on YouTube. You see in front of us. It has the weed whacker, which is nose and ear hair trimmers. It has the lawnmower, which is for down there, so you can keep those family jewels nice and clean and shiny and beautiful. So we have an offer for you. It's 20% off. And all you do is go to manscaped.com, use code BHH. That's BHH. And you get 20% off manscaped.com. And you get all these cool things. You get some boxers, you get a bag, you get deodorant, ball deodorant, you get ball toner. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, that performance package 4.0 will not disappoint. What we have found out, too, is there is 2 options. There is a subscription option. So, for example, my future sister-in-law bought my brother a package. He finally got it, and he opened it up, and it was like, he was excited, she said. He was so excited about it. And I think about it as men, you guys don't have a lot of pampering type items, right? Women, we do this all the time.
Yeah.
But men, y'all don't have those things to really take care of your area down there, which you should. And so reward yourself, or ladies, reward your loved ones with one of these 4.0s. But she did the subscription every 3 months so she can replenish the ball deodorant and that toner and stuff. And so there is a $14.99 subscription. If you choose to do that, there's an option not to.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay, y'all, don't forget it is BHH. Go and get those stocking stuffers now.
And you will get free shipping, by the way.
Free shipping.
Free shipping.
No matter where you live. Even if it's in Mississippi or Cairo.
Or Alaska. Yeah.
Or Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Our drinks are brought to you by some special people today. I'm so excited.
We got a couple of people who bought us drinks for the show today.
Yes. Thank you to Sandra Hancock.
And Danielle and Heather.
Danielle and Heather. Sandra, my goodness. Thank
Y'all
you.
are so great. You can buy us drinks for the podcast while we're over here, just bloody happy houring.
And they bought us some Grey Goose and some orange juice.
They did. They brought us Grey Goose.
And
y'all
some
are so fancy.
cranberry because it's Saturday and we are recording on a Saturday.
Wait, why are we recording on Saturday? We'll talk about it Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just see. We'll see.
I mean, this is the quickie, so we got to get through this quickie.
Okay, so I got some news for you guys, and if you have been following the Delphi murder,
yes, who hasn't?
If you haven't, you will now. So let's take it back to February of 2017. It's actually on your birthday, Caroline.
I know.
So it's about 5.5 years ago. There were two girls, 13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German. It was like a snow day, but it wasn't a snow day, so they didn't have to go to school. So they were going to have a sleepover, and they went for a hike. And their dad was going to pick them up. Libby's dad was going to pick them up in a little bit. When Libby's dad came to pick them up, they were not there. And the next day, their bodies were found in a wooded area near the Monon High Bridge. Monon High Bridge, where their bodies were dropped off. So this crime scene, the police later said, looked staged or posed.
Right.
But they did have a cell phone and a video, a grainy Snapchat video.
Yep.
And what I learned this morning is that Libby was into true crime and she wanted to be a forensics person. So the police said that she had the wherewithal to know to video her captor. So this video has been out for the past 5.5 years. It has some audio, and so you can go and you can find that. But they were hoping that this video and this audio would bring in some information.
I mean, when do you get a video and audio of a suspect like this? Well, I know when you get a video, but this is like you see him walk a little bit, you hear him talk, and it's a small town.
It's a small town. What I found out is he's not from there, but he had been there for a little bit. They even were really smart. They put out the first conference. They're like, here's this person, here's this video. We are hoping this person can help us with this case. We are hoping that they have seen something or that can tell us anything. This person is not a suspect. That is smart because neighbors, family members, friends can't see unless you're me, can't see your friends and your family members as murderers or kidnappers, right? So they were kind of doing that reverse psychology, but it still didn't work. Then they let her release this person as a possible suspect, and nobody said a thing. So there was a small break, I guess, last year. I don't remember if we talked about it on the podcast.
We didn't.
It ended up being unrelated. It was a perv.
That we know.
Well, it ended up being that guy, there was a catfisher guy, big, fat, ugly guy that was posing as a young model that was talking to a lot of young women, and he was having conversations with one or both of the girls at one time.
Yeah.
So later on, they brought it up. This could be connected. I don't know if they officially disconnected, but we haven't. They have said that it's unrelated besides him having that conversation with the girls, inappropriate conversations with the girls.
Yeah, and he's like a convicted sex offender.
Yeah, he's gross. They found so much child porn. So that guy, then that was it for a while, right?
Yeah.
Until this past week.
Yes.
And the police started searching a guy's house named Richard M. Allen.
Oh, Keegan Kline was that guy.
Keegan Kline, was the other guy. He's from Delphi. He's not from Delphi, but he lives in Delphi.
I think he's lived there for like 20 plus years, right?
Well, I don't know. I thought I saw 2013, that he moved there in 2013, but maybe not. I have so many cases in my head. Yeah. He was a pharmacy tech. He had just become a pharmacy tech in 2017, and he was at the local CVS there in Delphi. He was arrested and formally charged with murder, and he's held in jail right now without bail. Now, he's pleaded not guilty for the initial hearing, but there's another hearing another pretrial hearing in January. Now, what we know is they searched his house, and they impounded his black SUV. They took out a lot of things like clothing and books and cloths and blankets and towels and just all these things that might lead to something. Shoe boxes, shopping bags. They even dug holes in his backyard and had metal detectors. What do you think they're looking for?
Body.
Keepsakes.
I would say remnant.
The bodies, right? We don't know.
There is so much evidence that the cops have that they have not released. They have a 45-second video. They've only released like 3 seconds of it, which is the down the hill.
Yeah.
So there's snippets. From what Joe Scott Morgan said, that he thinks that on that 45 seconds, it's a little bit more.
A lot more that they don't need to release.
Stuff that you wouldn't want to hear.
Yeah.
But I would want to hear, but not normal people.
Mm-hmm. That just doesn't need to be out right now because it's probably going to help them close the case at some point. This guy is married. He has a wife and he has a daughter. The daughter, if you look at a side by side, Caroline, I had a picture for you, and I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah,
looks
I had
lot
it
like one of the girls.
I had posted it when all this came out, and they had her face blurred, but it was. They talked about how she looked very similar to Libby.
Yeah,
Libby?
I think it was Liberty. But the daughter's older now. You got those sleuths that are looking at the Facebook pages, and you see a senior picture of the daughter, her senior year, and she is in the exact same spot on this bridge as one of the videos that was leaked of, or pictures that was leaked of Libby on the bridge, on that same Moon High Bridge. So people thought that was pretty eerie.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Hi, this is Sarah.
And I'm Carter.
And this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and vinyl. So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
911, what's your emergency?
Do you hear that? It's coming from the house.
It's coming from inside the house? Do you mean? Could it be?
The Poltergeist. New from Rogue Media. Two haunted hotties talking about haunted places. Every episode we dive deep into the darkest places and give you a bit of history.
We're getting spooky in all the right places.
You've gobbled your last ghoul.
Follow along for the craziest and spookiest stories with Debbie's Dark Tourism. The Stanley Hotel,
Winchester House,
The Alamo,
Hotel Monte Vista,
and more spooky places. Find us at _Poltergals, POLTERGALS.
Look over your shoulder. It's us, the Poltergals.
Wherever you consume the podcast, you can find us there.
Welcome to One Star Rewind, a new podcast about those dreaded one-star reviews that every business owner hates to receive, but yet every customer loves to read. During this podcast, we will peel back that one-star review to better understand how it happened, when it happened, and what the business owner is doing after receiving that one-star review. This podcast will be about love, hate, and laughter. On One Star Rewind, we will meet with real business owners who will tell their stories and how they do rely on reviews for their business. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download us at roguemedianetwork.com. Please subscribe, but only rate and review for not a one-star review. Join us each time for a new review and a new story.
Libby's mom also said that she went to CVS and
they said that
had her pictures printed.
Yeah, like he was the person who developed the pictures
Yes.
that they were using for like missing photos.
Yes, and gave them to her for free because
Yes.
he actually felt sorry for her. He acted like he did.
So nice.
His name has, what we know now, has not really come up. He lives at home with his cat, Red Flag, and his wife. And visitors and neighbors just say they see him outside smoking cigarettes and drinking beer in the driveway. They never have visitors, Red Flag. And he doesn't really go anywhere. Also, what we've found is that the wife's Facebook account,
oh yeah,
all the posts from 2017 when the murders happened,
magically disappeared.
How
crazy is that?
Somebody did screen record a video that she posted during that time where he was in his vehicle looking at an iPad, looking at something on an iPad. She came and she videotaped him. He closed it real quick, but he looked like he was
wearing that blue jacket.
That blue jacket that's in the video. Now, that's real far-fetched. Anybody smart would have gotten rid of that jacket.
Plus that one picture that they have, this one right here.
Yeah.
And they have the sketch in the background. Did you hear about that? See how, like, there's this picture of him and there's the sketch of the suspect in the background.
I see it.
Yeah.
And that looks like it's at his house.
I don't know where. I mean, there's her head.
Yeah. But you know what?
It's at a local bar. But still, it was just, this is what people have.
Yeah.
Just,
wow.
You know, the sleuths are out there.
I feel like he's very proud of what he did and that he's gotten away with it.
Well,
so,
here's the thing. It's like,
do
do we think that these are the only things he's done?
I don't know.
Murder-wise. Also, about this bridge. Like, this bridge is, like 70 feet off the ground. So what the theory was is that the girls were just walking along the bridge, real rackety, like wood planks are missing. So you have to go pretty slow on it. And it, you got to watch your balance because there's no like guardrails. But they said it was interesting that he was walking along the bridge, like with his hands in his pockets, like, so if you were to slip and fall, like it was just like he must have been comfortable on that bridge. But they say they think that the girls and him passed, and then he like slowly turns around, and then that's when like she pulled out her phone and was like got this creepy vibe, and then they had nowhere to go because they couldn't like jump off the bridge, so they had to. I don't know if he had like a gun, but then they end up. I don't know how long later they found them or how.
The next day. They found their bodies the next day.
And they
so
never
the dad,
released what happened, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure like they said that their throats were slashed.
Yeah, because they wore scarves at their funeral, like around their neck. So that's really just all we know. They went missing one day. Dad got out and tried to search for them, couldn't find them. The next day, they were found. Now, I said the crime scene could have been posed or staged, and that's two different things. Staged would mean that the crime scene would have had happened somewhere else, but they staged it to look like it would have happened there. Posed would be like BTK, where he would just lay things out because he wanted to take pictures of them. So he was posing a crime scene. So I think that's what they're looking for is, did he take pictures? If this was a posed crime scene, did he take pictures like BTK did? And is that what they're looking for when they're digging? Also, some things were missing. They think he kept keepsakes, and they don't know. They haven't said what was missing.
Right.
But he definitely took something from the girls or from the crime scene to remember them by. And so they're looking for that. But he was seen burning stuff in his backyard a couple days before the actual search. So he could have burned all the evidence.
I think that somehow because here's the thing. Let's say he's been living there for 10 years or whatever. It's a small town.
Yeah.
Somebody had to recognize him.
Wife.
So wife finally, can't handle it anymore, goes and tells on him to the police. And then that's where they, get some kind of evidence that they don't, we don't know about any of this, but I feel like somebody had to go when because it's been, how do you all of a sudden just find something enough to go arrest the guy? They have enough probable cause to arrest him that we don't know about. This is just all my thoughts.
Yeah. And they haven't released what evidence they have. All that stuff is kept on the hush hush.
They haven't released.
So that's really just all we know. Maybe we'll know in January.
And then apparently so they didn't release some kind of arrest. I don't know what it was, but the media is trying to get the police to release, I guess, the reason for arresting him. And they were it's under, it's protected under law. We're not going to release it. And typically after somebody's arrested, it's public information.
Yeah.
And so they went and wrote a letter to the judge saying they're requesting for it to be released. And then the judge is the public is too into this case and blah, blah, blah. And he recused himself from the case. So that was a little strange. The judge.
Oh, the judge.
The judge who was withholding this.
Yeah.
Wouldn't release this information, and then he was getting mad saying the public was too involved, and then he recused himself. So I don't know if this judge knew this guy. I don't know, but
him or them, and it might have been too close and personal. But you heard the police conference. He could barely speak. The police chief, because he's been pretty emotional about it. So it's just a small town, and it's a case that has been with them for so long. So I'm glad they are going to get some answers.
Gosh, I know.
And especially those parents.
Well, and then the family, there was an interview with one of the girls' older sisters, and she was saying how they were so how do you feel now that somebody's been arrested? She's we were happy about it, but we need a little more.
Answers,
we need it to be we want a conviction and to know for sure that it was this guy. But
wow. Okay.
Crazy.
Now we're going to switch to another story that caught my eye this week. And it's a story of little Cairo Jordan. You know a little bit about it?
Yes.
So on April 16th in 2022, there was a little 5-year-old little boy that was found folded up in a Las Vegas themed hard case suitcase, dead. There was this mushroom hunter. I've never heard that term.
Yes, I know.
But it's never heard that term. But he stumbled upon this suitcase, and there was this dead body.
Yep.
Well, they didn't identify who this dead body until October, just now. And they identified him as 5-year-old Cairo Jordan, and he died of an electrolyte imbalance due to a stomach bug.
He was vomiting and diarrhea.
Really bad. He was really sick.
But there was never a missing persons report.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So this whole time, the parents of this young boy had never, like there was no missing persons report. So, of course, you think red flag. And so the mom of this little boy's name is, I'm going to call her Ludi Anderson.
It's a funky name.
Yeah. Ludi Anderson, she's 37 years old, and she now has arrest warrants out for her for murder, child neglect, and obstruction of justice. So when looking for her, they're also looking for looked at through her Facebook pages.
Yes.
Oh, and
Did you
what
see that?
they
That's what I was
found,
looking for.
I got them. What they found is she posts stating that her son was possessed by a demon and needed an exorcism.
I'll post these because I have them here.
The Facebook post. Okay.
Yeah, so I can post these.
So the first post dated back to December 2021, and this is a quote: "I offer a reversal spell, protection spell, and activating your DNA exorcism hex curse." Unquote. January 2022 says, "I'm using books for this ritual." February 2022, "I can't wait to tell you this story. I had to heal myself and Gaia." Gaia is a Greek goddess of the earth, also known as mother of all life, in order to do an exorcism. So she needed to activate, to heal herself and Gaia so that she can do an exorcism for a very powerful demonic force within her son, 5-year-old son.
Is this hypothesis?
It might be hypothesis. Gaia must be married to hypothesis. And she said she had people in alignment with her and her soul to assist her. March 2022, she said a demon had taken over the vessel that was her son, and she believed that he was possessed by a demon who was actually 100 years old.
Yes.
She had the name of this demon. I never saw the name. It also said that she was previously arrested in South Carolina for child endangerment charges, and when they tried to arrest her, she led them on a high-speed chase with her kid in the car.
Her 100-year-old kid.
Her 100-year-old demonically possessed kid.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's April 4th, and Coleman, which is her, I can't figure out if it was her partner, like girlfriend partner, or if it's a good friend, but Coleman is ugly.
They both probably ugly, but I do think it has to be some kind of part, like a girlfriend or something. I don't know. That's what I assumed.
They said partner, friend, but they never said like
they didn't.
anything more that I heard. So, but her last name is Coleman. She posted on behalf of Anderson, and she said that evil hiding in plain sight, and they are known as avatars, and that most children aren't even children. They're an avatar playing a character, and they're actually demons.
Okay, well, are these people from like New Orleans or anything? Because it sounds
Coleman is from New Orleans. Anderson was not, but they both traveled the world. So they were in South Carolina. They've been seen in California. They were in Las Vegas. That's how they got the suitcase. The bodies were found in Indiana, I believe. So they are just traveling and fleeing. The last thing that was tweeted, Anderson tweeted I guess that's Father Vincent Lambert, who is the priest for the Archdiocese of Indianapolis, and saying that she needed to speak with him urgently because he performs all the exorcisms. And so every Catholic Archdiocese does have somebody who can appoint exorcisms in the event that is needed.
Yeah.
Her tweet said, "Good day, sir. I need to speak with you urgently. I've survived the death attacks from my 5-year-old throughout the 5 years he has been alive. I've been able to weaken his powers through our blood. I have his real name, and he is 100 years old. Need assistance, please." That was April 12th, and on April 16th, he was found in a suitcase. He would have turned 6 years old on October 24th. Now the dad is finally coming out, and he made a post, and he was like, I just found out my son was found.
You didn't even know your son was missing.
And then there's this aunt, like this great aunt, like on the news and
Oh,
crying,
now they're trying to
and
be
it's
on the news.
Yes, and crying, and so it's like, were they looking, or did she flee and they haven't seen him in a long time anyways? What was the nature of the CPS case? So I can understand, Dad, if the CPS case was after her because she has kidnapped him and he's been looking for him.
Wow.
I don't think she has been in touch with anybody in her family in a long time. She's fleeing, and she's definitely mental. But two women, okay, like, how do you find two people that are okay with doing something that their mind is in sync enough to think this little boy is demonic?
Maybe they were in some kind of cult. Maybe they're Scientologists.
I was thinking cults. I was thinking paranoid schizophrenia. And then I was like, did he just have a disability? Was he like autistic and he couldn't control himself?
He probably did.
I go there too. So they did find Coleman. She was arrested. She is from Louisiana, because it does sound real, sketchy.
It just sounds real like,
voodoo-ish.
Yes.
But Anderson is still on the run. She's 5 feet 5 inches, 135 pounds. We will post her picture and Coleman's picture. She has short, dark hair, but is often seen wearing wigs and hair extensions. She's not ugly. Anderson is not ugly. She's very pretty. Now, the Coleman girl, she looks scary.
Oh, we'll have. Yeah, I don't remember.
So we just need to be on the lookout for her, because Cairo needs to have his justice. And we need to figure out what's going on with these parents. It's pretty crazy.
I just have one little thing, the OnlyFans stuff, which, so the story's Courtney Clenny Taylor. She is, allegedly killed her boyfriend at the time, Toby Obamselli, and they were on again, off again, boyfriend, girlfriend. Courtney was OnlyFans model. Toby was her manager. And you might have seen the elevator video of them fighting in the elevator. She's beating the crap out of him, and he's just trying to protect himself. Well, then later, he ends up dying because she stabs him, but she says it was self-defense and that she threw the knife across the room and it just landed right in the right spot and just killed him. But this knife, I saw the knife, and this blade, it's full blood. And so you don't just throw a dart at a dartboard. It doesn't go all the way through. It just barely sticks. So she obviously did not just throw it from across the room. So recently what was released was a audio recording, and it's about 5 minutes long. He recorded it, and it is nuts. It is nuts.
What's it saying?
You want me to play a little clip?
Sure.
I got a little clip I can play for you.
Oh, this is the one that's censored.
Yeah.
I don't know where your phone is.
Find it.
Can you help me find it?
I won't!
So why?
Find it!
Why are you screaming, man? Not man, but why?
Yeah, man, little bitch. Yeah, man.
I'm a nigger, what?
Yeah, some little man.
So that's
wow.
Just a little clip of it. Something. You can. I posted it on our Instagram, but I can post it again. The full 5-minute clip if you want to listen to it. But
so it's coming out that she's the actual crazy one.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've already kind of known that.
Oh, I thought you said he was beating her in the elevator.
No.
Oh,
she's
was beating him.
slapping him, and he's just trying to hold her off.
Okay.
Hold her back. I guess I'll post all that because you haven't seen it.
No, haven't seen it.
So that trial is also supposed to be coming up on December 19th.
We're so glad you tuned in this Tuesday for Just Some News. We hope you're enjoying it. If you want to buy us around for Thursday, you can Venmo at
Bloody Happy Hour.
or Cash App at $ Bloody Happy Hour.
Yep.
And we will see y'all Thursday. Don't forget to
stay aware,
stay alive,
and always be DTF
with your weed whacker and your Manscaped and your lawnmower and your ball deodorant.
Bye.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.